Yes, sir. Yeah, this is what we're looking at right here. So this is kind of a, and I kind of stole this from somebody, you know. Everyone looks the real smart money looks at the real thing, and so it looks like we just coincided with smart money. But this is gonna, I my target was originally what do you say? It's 13,000, and right it's at 12.6 right now. So it's really not exactly where I want it. But I mean, at this point, it's kind of like a do or die situation because um, I mean, we
And
should rally up once more, and like this candle should be a little stronger. I feel maybe by the end of tonight or London session, or maybe tomorrow. But I don't think so. The next daily candle will open tomorrow at market close open, whatever time it is for you, right?
5
Um,
Eastern.
yeah, 4 p.m. for us. So at 4 p.m. the daily candle will close, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
that is a long way. I do believe we can hit our target here, and if that's the case, it'll be a big rejection wick. Um, and at that point, we can confirm that this is going to be a bearish trend, right? So that way, if it does reject at 13,000, we know that it's going to be a very bearish trend, and it's just going to keep coming down. But this is what we were looking at. Um, this is what we were looking at on last Crypto Monday. So this So last Crypto Monday, these weren't here. These weren't here. So this is the candle that we were looking at, this candle right here, and we were just saying how the next one's gonna look. Or I think it was this candle, but it wasn't done yet. It was all the way down here. And I said, well, this is gonna have some kind of crazy rejection because you know it was matching up with the 618 level. I had the fib pulled up, but that's the 618 level. Um, it just looks so messy. I mean, it looks messy now. Anyways, yeah, so and then from there we got this ABC looking thing since last Monday. um you can kind of see it, kind of see it there, right? um and so just to kind of show you what retracement that was, so to the close, all the way to the top of the close, that was yeah, double bottom, I guess triple bottom with this bullish candle on the 61.8. So so we're getting these ABC patterns, and um, when you pull up the what's that this shit, the XABCD pattern, whatever.
The harmonic.
So when you line up the pattern, it tells you like the fib retraced to the angle. But let's see. So
Talking about the cipher.
okay, so we gotta adjust this. Mm. So this is a 1.68 retracement right here, from here to here. That's what I was talking about. And this is a 8.689 retracement. So these retracements they're taking a little longer than expected. I mean, say we just do put this here. Okay, then in that case, that would make this a 72, 78, percent retracement from here to here on the longer time frame. But so if we do this, yeah, see it's at the 78. My target's at the 78. So if we're gonna see some bullish rejection there, that's kind of what we're looking at. And yeah, this is 23 rejection. Okay, yeah, so that's kind of where I'm targeting. So if we don't get that rejection on the from 13,000 or maybe even 13.5, I don't want to push myself, but my stop loss is, or my take profit is definitely at 13,000. you can hold after that, but we'd have to wait. Let time go by.
Yeah,
We'll have to see.
13,000 is good, bro. That's where it's going. 13,000.
So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at it with Bitcoin right now. Jesus, what do you think?
100K.
Wait, so you saying you have a buy limit?
No, I'm in a buy. I got in a buy at 12.3. Well, I mean, this was kind of this is kind of a, how do you say, like a daily thing. Like I just look at it and I just say, okay, look, just from what we're looking at, I mean, it's just looking at the RSI, buddy. I mean, it just has a lot of room to move, and I mean, it was already overbought on every time frame, and it just didn't look like it was gonna stop. And so I was texting Jesus. I was like, yo, and Bitcoin's at 12.3 right now. So Bitcoin's at 12.3. I think it's gonna hit like 12.8, 13,000. Let's just say. It was like, I don't know. From there, now we're at 12.6 right now, which is 300 pips. Remember, $1 of this is 1 pip. A 2% increase is definitely more than a forex pair, especially nowadays. Things are getting a little slower because DXY is shifting and whatnot, and every other GBP pair faking everyone out again. So I don't think these pairs move 300 pips on a Monday, but that's how much I'm up right now. So I just kind of wanted to make that a headliner on this Monday's Crypto Monday. But like I said, I'm really targeting somewhere above this area. I mean, this might be a nasty wick, and you'll just but it'll probably close below 12.8 or near the 78%. But this will definitely be a wick if it does reject, right? So that's.
I pray to God. I pray to God to go to 13.
I needed that 20,000 to make bank again.
That's a good. What's your risk to reward?
So do you guys think Bitcoin is going to continue that rally just like as it is right now?
I truly believe that because I feel like this week I think gold's supposed to make another jump up above I think 1430 something. It's supposed to be a jump.
I think my stop loss was a little overextended. I had my stop loss at 300 pips. That's kind of a big risk. I really should have had it like at 100 pips or something. 70 pip risk. That way your ratio is all the way up, so you won't be risking that much. It's just Bitcoin was right here and it hadn't jumped yet, so I kind of had it like.
I should have bought it.
I had it at the bottom of this wick, so it was like a 140, and I said, "Fuck it, let's just go big or go home." And I just put my stop loss at 300, which is down here. So I was that confident. I mean, if it wasn't gonna happen now, it was definitely gonna be a swing. The fact that it happened now, that's luck. But the fact that it even crossed my mind, that's definitely something that that a lot of the bigger money movers were looking at. But as for this rejection, I'm not sure. I really don't know. And my boss tells me, I work at a car dealer. My boss tells me, hey, if you don't know the answer, just make it up, all right? So there you go.
My question also would be like, the Bitcoin has been in such an up rally for such a long time. Like Bitcoin has been up since like I believe 2 months ago, and it's just been a continuous uptrend the whole time.
Well, to answer your question, brother, we really just got to go on the bigger time frame. See, that's where'd you get that question from, man? That's a big money question right there. I tell you that. You know why it's a big money question? Because that's what all the billionaires want to know. They want to know, well, this month, I know a lot of, fucking guys with fat wallets, and they always talk like, well, is it that thing gonna go up or not? Is it or is it not? It's very black and white for them. It's very yes or no. It's a yes or no. And I mean, just looking at this weekly candle, I can guarantee you we're probably going to touch maybe 13.8 here pretty soon, just because it's going to want to fill this candle. As from there, I mean, I don't know. It could reject and it could do what it wants, and we'll just have to wait and see. But I mean, the volume shift has been very significant, so that kind of suggests that a lot of, big money's coming in. Like just not even. I'm not looking at the RSI or anything. I'm just looking. Yeah, it has a volume spike ever since the rally from May, or the rally from May. It's just been skyrocketing. So I wouldn't really sell. I mean, unless you're selling from buying down here. But
I'm still holding my buy from 3,000.
yeah, I have my buy for 5,000.
Damn.
Yeah, my shit's ugly. I've just been marking it up for so long. It's kind of cool, like, to just look at your progress. But, oh yeah, I have this one. My exact entry from 5,000 is 5,747, and I have a buy on MetaTrader.
What are your thoughts on Ripple right now?
Ooh.
Ripple? Hey, I cashed out on Ripple that day. I already got my money back. Remember I called you. I was like, hey, give me a number. How much Ripple should I buy?
You should hold it, bro. You should have held that.
I'm holding that shit, dude. I'm holding the fuck out of it. Yeah, my Ripple looks a little messy. So it's at 40 right now. Around 37 to 40. See, I think this is still my entry, and so this is almost to take profit. Remember, I think I had my take profit. This was a swing. Remember, we're waiting for the swing back to 45. But we're just we're waiting on it right now, And really, I mean, yeah, Bitcoin jumped like 2 or 3%, but when Bitcoin, does 10%, all the other markets do 20, 30, and Ripple is kind of that one that just does its own. So it's very rare, but believe me, we can definitely hit 40 in one day. Like, look at this fucking candle and tell me that this shit can't happen again, or one of these candles, a 10% increase. So I wouldn't be scared that this wouldn't jump up a 10% increase just because it hasn't been doing it recently. Doesn't mean that it definitely won't, right? So, and then if you just like, it's all about measured moves, right? Just measure the candles, So, come here. Last major bullish candle was a 6% increase. Okay, where's our last major, bullish increase? We had this has kind of been a consolidation for so long, for so many days, and this has been, this is a retail traders trading it up, and then the big whales, they want to come in. It's a little too high right now. Let's go sell a bunch of Ripple.
There was a prediction going on that basically XRP is supposed to hit like $10 this year, supposedly.
Maybe. That's a big maybe, dude. But brother, to answer your question, there's no doubt that these markets are probably going to keep going upwards. Just more people are just going to take interest in it, and the interest alone, it just, they're going to find a way to buy it. But if you look at the grand scale of things, imagine this. This is Ripple is like the penny stock of Bitcoin, right?
Literally.
The highest it's ever been was $3. And you can buy it for pennies right now. You can buy it for fucking 2 Laffy Taffies. And when it reaches the top again, you're gonna be at $3 and some odd cents each, motherfucker. If you have fucking 1,000 pennies, come on now, that's $10. You're increasing to $13. A little more than that. So. But yeah, Ripple is definitely going to 40 cents. Ripple is going to 40 cents. Oh, we're at 40 now. 42. Yeah, that's my next target. I wanted it to touch this candle as well. This wick high. But I mean, it won't do it unless Bitcoin does. Which, as far as Ethereum, we were looking for a sell around the 618, but it might take a little longer than expected. So, similarly, Bitcoin hits 13,000. This can hit 1330 and maybe have a strong rejection, just to confirm the bull or the bear. So we'll see there. But yeah, that's all I got.
Are you trading Litecoin right now?
Not at the moment, but just buy it.
So does
It tells a different story.
so does Bitcoin kind of like help out Ethereum or what?
It does.
All the
Right?
way around. Ethereum helps Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, because Bitcoin is composed of all those.
Yeah, it's just Bitcoin is just the biggest one. That's it. So if the fat one increases, the other ones increase too.
It's kind of
They
like
follow it.
looking at US 30, SPX 500, and Dow 100 the same way.
Yeah, they do move differently, and
Or if you look at gold, silver, platinum, somewhere, I guess.
That's interesting. Because sometimes I see pairs like all U.S. pairs. Whenever one pair goes down, most of them go down. Like whenever some go up, most of them go up.
yeah, I mean they do have some kind of similarities, but it's very instant, bro. Like it's without a doubt type of thing. You know, it's just if you daily trade like cryptos, then obviously you just want to go for big moves, very very small stop profits. Because the thing is, it's so volatile. You never want to go like bad on a trade. So the reason why I like Bitcoin is that it's so instant and it's just very to the point. You know what I mean? Like there's no looking for like, I mean, yeah, it has head and shoulder patterns, but once it moves, it moves. You know, it moves like big wicks at a time where it wants to go. So my point with this saying is that you split your risk in half. Like you normally risk like 50 pips or 100 pips on a forex pair. Here you can really.
I just got in on Bitcoin again, and I'm up $7 right now.
Be careful with it, since did you be very careful with Bitcoin, because that thing is just like, it's very volatile. So be careful with that.
True.
Yeah, I mean I had got in a while ago, but I got out because it started going down, so I just took profit. I was
I
kind of
learned my
scared.
lesson one time. Jesus knows.
Bro, because Bitcoin, bro, even with the 0.01, bro, you can make a lot of bank.
Yeah, I did. I did a 0.2.
Ooh, shit! Be careful with that.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty cool.
No, 0.02.
Yeah, be careful with that.
So
All right.
Yeah,
I
because
will
again, how Bitcoin moves, bro, is like very volatile. Like even like, hey, even I have like a $10,000 account, and that's still fucking scared to do like 0.10.
Thanks for the advice.
Yeah,
I wish I didn't get out. I wish I didn't get out a while ago, but I kind of got scared when it started going down. I was like, man, I'm gonna just take what I can.
Yo, Alan, is the swap fee killing you on the trade?
Secure profit, you know. What do you say?
Are the swaps killing you on the trade?
I actually, dude, I have the buy on FX Choice. They don't charge me swaps.
Oh, you're lucky. Yeah, it's because they regulated broker.
oh shit, Bitcoin on here is like $25 for
$25, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, get charged like $7.
Yeah. I got lucky on that one. My buy is with FX Choice, so that I haven't been charged anything.
It's also interesting how it's 25 for both buy and sells.
That's because
they put a swap, but then they gave me the money back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, usually one of them is a positive number and one's negative, right?
Yeah, well, Hugo's way, they like to like F you around, so they're iffy. They're iffy broker. That's the thing.
But they got everything organized well, though.
Yeah.
That's the
They
only
should
part.
get the direct deposit stuff fixed.
You go on FX Choice, everything's like kind of like misplaced in the category.
Somewhat, but I like the direct deposit thing there. It's fast. But dude, are you trading Monero, Alan?
No.
Get into that, bro. It's a little. I like the markets. It moves. Like,
Monero
it
is
moves
nice.
calm. It moves calmly. Put it that way.
Hey,
So,
hey,
what-
show me some GBP pairs. Somebody take over.
hey, real quick. Oh man. Hey, I got a question real quick.
Yeah, what up, man?
Hey, on the cryptocurrencies, is the retracements and stuff still the same? Like the rules?
I mean, the basic essential rules, yes, but I mean, it's kind of like it does respect the 61.8 level, but it's very it's not like pretty, you know. It's not like exact. It's very, you
Like
know,
it,
it's
like
very
it'll
it's
do.
very fast, you know. So, for example, look, like, Jesus, go on the um go on like the 15-minute and put like a 61.8 retracement.
Go. I got you. Take the screen back. Jesus, take the wheel.
I got it. So look, let's just go on any other pair, and I'm gonna just show you this just as a very good example. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay.
Hey, where do y'all get this right here? I want a platform like this. Trading Views kind of sucks now.
That is trading view.
For real, how y'all get the how y'all get the black platform on the
Night mode.
Yeah, it's very easy on my eyes. Okay, so this should be a good one. All right, so say you go to any retracement, right? You go from the bottom to the top if it's a bullish.
Yeah.
Right, and so you see how when you line it up, I always like to line up with the line chart, because the line chart will show you the closures of the candles, right? It doesn't show you wicks. That's how the classic traders used to trade, right? Because
And the pocket.
they didn't care about the drawdown. You know what I mean? Because if you pay attention to wicks at all, wicks are just drawdown. You know, to big money. So you see that this kind of almost went to the 61.8 retracement, right? On the line chart, I didn't hit it, right? That just means that when you go on the bars, the candles, it means that the price closed way up high, but that's still hitting the 61.8 because it wicked it, right? Essentially, and listen to the daily. So this took it 1, 2, 3 days, 3 days to do it. Essentially, with Bitcoin, this would be one big rejection wick because it moves so fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can show you on a Bitcoin right now. So as in comparison, we go to Bitcoin. There's a lot of 61.8 retracements, but they're very instant. Like look at this wick right here on the daily. It went up. It just climbed up so many points and it retraced so quickly in one day, right? But
Yeah, it's just wild.
On the bigger time frame, you won't really find a 61.8 retracement because it's been bullish for so long. But what you can do is just go on the really, really small time frame, even the smaller baby time frame with respect to 61.8. So watch this. So I'm looking right here, right? So I go on the 15-minute. Let's spread this bigger. All right. So we go to the line chart. Do the same thing here to the top. This was a 50 retracement, and then it came and it almost touched the 61.8. Right. Looking at the candles, now we pull up the candles, we spread it across. Oh look, it touched the 61.8. Right. Look at all these candle closures. So that's where I'm placing it. You always want to place the 100 where the candles close. It still touched the 61.8. You know what I mean? So if you just had a buy limit at 11.13, you would have got in on this one wick, on this one candle. That's a 15-minute chart. And then boom, you would have waited, and then boom, 5% increase. You see? That's how I trade.
Heck yeah.
3% increase on 400 pips you just caught from here to our entry at, let's just say 11.3, you just caught 500 pips, way more than what a G pair would do in a day, right? So that's
Is it
where
only six? Is it only the 61.8
well,
retracement?
no, I'm just using that. That's what I want you to understand. Those are the rules of the regular crypto, not non. Those are the rules of the non-crypto, of forex, foreign exchange, like the GBP pairs, the US dollar pairs, and all that. And so what you asked me was, do the rules apply similarly? Yes, but they don't. Like, this is very fast. This is a 15-minute time frame. So in 30 minutes, if you didn't have your buy there, you got out. Like, you're already, that train's done. You know what I mean? The train is done. It's gone. Like, it's
Yeah.
You can't get it cheaper anymore. So
Crazy. Yeah, because I mean, you know how all the cipher patterns, because you know how most cipher patterns, like, they'll as long as it goes to like 50 or 30 or like,
I mean,
38.2 or some, or like 61.8, like all of them count.
these like, so you're talking about these spider patterns?
Understand.
Yeah, I've got a spider pattern, but it's on the biggest time frame. Because those spider patterns don't really happen that often, bro. They really don't. Like, they don't, like, and if they do, they're ugly. Like, I'll show you. So what is this? I'm gonna take off all my markup. What does this look like? Like, or no, I'll make it easy. Just on the 4 hour should be fine. Does it look like anything? Like anything you would trade? Does anybody know what any of this looks like? Like, what the fuck is this?
That is I have it right here. Basically, it's if it's properly going to go up to that level, say if it goes up above, like,
I'm gonna draw on the screen.
No, I'm saying this is a fucking upside down head and shoulders. Look at this shit.
that too.
That too.
Boom. Boom. Right? But I'm saying in Forex, that's what you look for. You look for head and shoulders. So, even if you trade with the same mindset, you're still going to kind of, do good in crypto. It's just, you just got to cut your stop loss in half. That's the main thing. Because if it doesn't go your way, you don't want to lose on these markets. But these markets, they're quick. Like, they're fast. They happen so fast. Like, faster than any Forex pair could. Like, even cryptos have dead minutes. They're just minutes and minutes at a time where it doesn't move at all. So when it goes, it goes. But hey, give me 1 second. Somebody take over. Just pull up some GBP pairs.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you for the explanation.
So right now, I'm still trading GA. I don't know if anybody was on the call yesterday, on the trading call. I'm still holding my sell on GA. I'm holding it down for at least 800 pips on this one, or at least into this level. So entry point was way up here around 1.8109. Overall, I'm going for at least 1,000 pips or even more, to be honest, because I actually see GA actually dumping off in the long run. Right now, again, this trend line is just an imaginary line, put it that way. Another verification on my end, but basically what I see here, I see actually dumping off pretty soon. Again, it's Monday, so we're not going to see a lot of movement like we wanted to. But again, this is what we're seeing, right? It's basically doing a big bearish flag. So that's another reason why I see it dumping off. On a daily, like I said, to me, it's clearly a dump off right now. Some be consolidated for a while. I think this is basically a 6-minute retracement that's happening now. Let me go ahead and check that out real quick. So if properly right, this might be that 618 retracement that I'm looking for, kind of. We're at the 38 now, so pretty soon we might see a dump off again. Again, this is a long-term trade, so it might take about a month or two. Let's see. So this is GA so far. Again, this little zone here, basically liquidity grab zone. It entered it twice, 3 times, and again, it's an area, a strong support area. So again, in order to break this, we need some big news this week for it to happen. I'm not too sure what we got going on this week again. Let's check it out. Not investing.com. Wrong one. Let's check it out. Let's see. Forex Factory. I know Wednesday is where we're having all the major news. AUD news already passed. Let's see. Tomorrow we have USD news. So it's a speech. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But nothing too major. Wednesday is going to be one of those days that's going to be like hectic on us, especially if you're trading G pairs in the morning, 3:30 a.m. Central Time. Red folders. Then when we wake up, for sure, 9 a.m. is when we had CAD news. So CAD news right now, I'm very bearish on it right now. So we'll see what happens with that day. Again, USD news will be back to back 2 days in a row. But again, I don't think Tuesday, tomorrow, it don't have any effect on anything. Again, 3 days back to back USD news. So we might have some movements this week. I'm hoping that these red folders cause USD CHF to actually dump off pretty soon. Friday, that's 4 days back to back. So, that's a lot. So when it comes down to that, that's a lot of movements. So we'll see that then. But coming back to this, GA, not too big for now, but again, throughout the week, we'll see something move. GU was something that a few people were talking about that was going to be a buy yesterday, but it wasn't. Basically got tricked out. So yesterday, when I was discussing about EU with the with USD pairs in general, yesterday they wanted you to buy, right? Well, they wanted everybody to buy. So when it came down to that, yesterday, I was in the sell with EU when the market opened, right? But what they wanted you to do, they wanted you to buy, and buy, right? To trick you out, basically doing a stop hunt, right? Mini stop hunt, right? So basically, right, market open here, shooting back up, then overnight it tanked into where we're at now. But basically where we're at now, we're at a strong support level. And when I mean strong support, like all day, it's been in this range here. Like when you talk about manipulation in the market, I believe tomorrow with the speech, this should break for sure. So when it gets to that point, like this is something that I'm still trading EU for a long-term sell. So until then, I'm holding my sell on it until we actually hit TP. My TP on this one is actually about 1.11, was it 1.1119-ish area way down here. But temporary sells and buys here, but overall entry is way up here. So moving on, let's check out DXY today. I kind of figured I was going to move. So DXY right now is actually reacting in a weird way this week. I want to see what actually happens tomorrow. I'm hoping that DXY actually shoots up to 98 area range, but once it enters here, we're going to see gold actually react in a certain way that actually wants us to fall down to 1350 this week. So I can catch the re-entry for that long-term buy. So I'm very bearish on gold right now and bullish on DXY. So when it comes down to that, that's DXY so far. Again, be careful how that trading stop loss when trading anything. Let's check out USD CAD. Again, USD CAD, I'm still bullish on it this week. Caught the entry. I was trading the NFP week. I was able to get an entry today, from yesterday, right? What I was talking about yesterday about USD CAD, whatever happened Friday was predicted out already based off this level here, right? It doesn't make any sense why they did this, right? Well, to us, yeah, but retail traders, they got kicked in the ass that day. Basically, right, this was basically to my understanding, this was a planned out buy from the beginning when it happened. So basically who took the trade on the buy, you basically banked off this trade and hit that sell down. And hey, right now we're basically making our way back up into this range area again, this little area where the banks had it before. And we might see another sell-off, temporary sell, but overall I see it going up 133 pips. Again, had that check stop loss when trading this. And just be very careful because this week we do have USD and CAD news. So that's something they're going to be very on point of this week. Let's see, AJ. Am I trading AJ? UJ. Okay. So right now, USD CHF, if you're actually in Swing Kings, Justin actually gave out this trade yesterday, but overnight it basically shot up. But earlier today, we were we were able to get a new entry level here. Basically, where I enter was at 0.9946. To be honest, that was a little very key level to enter. So very key level because hey, no, this was basically a strong resistance area, and that's where I based off my entry. I went a little above it. My stop loss was basically 10 pips, but again, caught the entry. Now we're gonna ride that sell down all the way down. Actually looking forward for about like I'm looking forward for about 327 pips on this one. So we're actually gonna ride this for a long term. It might be done by next week, but who knows? Other than that, I don't think I'm trading anything else. Let's check out gold. Gold. That's USD.
I actually have some gold talk, actually.
Give me 1 sec. Still, yeah. It's gonna be consolidated until tomorrow, but again, I want to see what happens with DXY tomorrow in order to get my next entry. But other than that, I'll hand it off to somebody else.
Well, actually, wait, go back to that chart for a second.
Yep.
Go to the left. Close that thing on the bottom.
This?
Yeah, close the square thing on the bottom. The add. All right. Zoom out. Or actually, yeah, no, that's fine. So you see that yellow area?
Yeah, the one.
I think it's gonna come down to that area before it does that full jump, because it has to come down at least to there to hit the stop loss. That's where most people are probably in it. I think. What do you think?
That's one of those levels that very like I said, it's like
I guess, talked about it this morning. That's why.
I guess you could call it liquidity level. I guess I'm not too sure, but
That's the name, I guess.
I was talking to Steven earlier, and he saw like gold heading down to 1383. To be honest, it's more very reasonable for that to happen because right now I want to say this is supply and demand happening now with gold, but again, how DXY is reacting, we're going to see that actually come down because hey, we seen DXY and it's in a bullish trend, so I feel like once it gets in here, we're going to see that 1383 pretty soon.
Yeah, probably in a day, maybe by Wednesday or Thursday.
So yeah, this is like hold a long term, like sell. Like if you cut that sell from Friday, hold that sell for real until like this area here, the liquidity area. But overall, I'm looking for it to come back down to here within this range area. But that's more of like long term. But again, we'll see. That's something I've been looking for. But if we are going to come back down to here, of course, I'm going to try to get in here at the liquidity level and ride that baby down. But is there any pairs that anyone wants to see?
Yeah. Well, CJ, I feel is doing that thing with the accumulation, but you think it's gonna go up or you think it's gonna
CAD JPY or CHF JPY?
Swiss franc.
I don't really trade that, but let me check it out. It looks like accumulation, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, accumulation. But it looks like it's ending already.
Nah, this was. We'll see.
Because
1, 2. Nah, I think it's still in the process of it. Aman, are you on the call still?
I mean, it came back down to the previous resistance zone. It came back down to the previous resistance zone, and it's respecting it. You know, it's I mean, it's going up, and you know, it's consolidating. It's consolidating right now, but it's looking like the consolidation is about to end. And honestly, I see it still on the upside. Like I see it more going upwards than coming down after the accumulation. Maybe to like 110. Yeah, because of that. Maybe
Nah,
110.
it's not. I don't think so.
I mean, look, bro, it's higher highs and higher lows.
But you see this point here? This is what I'm looking for. It's not there.
Where? I don't see your. Oh, there. Where are you pointing at?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
I don't see that here.
What?
And if it is, these past the high, so I don't think
Then
it'll
it's
be.
just then it's just consolidation, and it's respecting the lower time frames. But I do see higher highs and higher lows.
No, it's just moving sideways. This is basically a consolidated trend right now.
Bro, it's gonna go up.
Go to the daily to find the trend.
It's an uptrending market, but it's moving sideways, and it looks terrible.
Yeah, sideways. It's uptrend, but it's up sideways. It's consolidation.
From the point it's at right now, I do feel it might go up at least to back up to 110.
It could, but we need another sign of it to basically indicate that. So maybe by tomorrow, maybe depending, because right now like I said, we're basically wanting CHF to fall down for a long term. So maybe depending on how it ends tomorrow, that's where it goes.
Yeah, that's a big move from where it's at. It's almost 50 pips back to 110.
That's when I'm gonna enter in.
So see where the low of the day was on Friday, and the high, and then you'll get a range to see where it's been moving the last day. Because yesterday was nothing but consolidation. It didn't move at all, probably.
All right, can somebody explain that strategy right there to me?
Which one?
What he just said. What we got to look for in order to.
You go back to Friday and you see what the high of the day and the low of the day was. And then market opened yesterday, right?
Yes.
So then you see how it opens yesterday, right? Yesterday at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock your time, whatever time frame you're at. And then you just want to see how many pips it's moved in the last 2 days. You know, if it's major pips, not 2-3 days, and it's only moved like 20 pips, you know, you could see there's a range of where it's been. It's not really moving, you know. What do you on the daily? So every candle is what? A day.
Yeah.
A day. So, you know, it went up, it went down. It went up, it went down, you know. You can measure the candles to see how many pips that was. You know, and then that's how
I think this was a tricky timing here too, right? The lower time frame, the high, low, and the monthly. My bad. That's the monthlies.
Where do you go on the community? All right.
Other than that, does anybody else have any suggestions on like charts you want to look at tonight before we end the call?
Hold on. I have been looking at a couple. The one Steven said that. Oh, we already looked at that, right? Yeah, we looked at that.
Did you look at you? Yeah, he's looking at USC FCH. I'm gonna sell, but I think it's just a small sell right now.
Which one, on the USD Swiss franc?
Yeah, that's what I'm in right now.
Yes. So,
yeah, it's gonna be a slow sell, but I think overnight we'll see something happen.
I got it right around like 9.50, so that's where I got in. So I was up a little bit, and you know it's just moving slowly.
Yeah, I was kind of happy where I got the entry. It was fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I got right in around like 50, 49 or something. Yeah, so it's dropping, but it's just we'll see in 10 minutes when the candle closes, because we got an hour candle closing at 9 o'clock my time or whatever time your time is. So if the hour closes, the candle close bearish, I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna take another position to sell. So
All right, so
All right. So yeah, look at the next hour candle when it closes. If it's bearish, go from there. If it's bullish, wait, or throw some fibs on it and see where you think it's going to go. I just think it's gonna fall. So I think it's just making just lower lows and pullbacks and lower lows. That's what I'm saying. So.
Then GCAT's still moving down. That's fucking. I've been on itself for like a week or two.
And I told you about Euro USD. I'm not going to enter until I see it break.
Yeah, this thing is manipulated to the max, and you can look at this and just look at it. It's basically manipulated right now.
Facts.
Yeah. So.
Like last night, I knew it was gonna be a fake buyout, like that buy overnight. I knew it was fake because I know like, that thing was like, nah, that's too. It can't go high because of what happened with the bank. That's gonna cause it to basically fall more.
Yeah, it's gonna sell, but like I said, I'm not gonna get into it until it breaks Friday's low, and the low on Friday was 1.1208. So once it goes down about 4 pips, 5 pips, and it closes below that, then I'll enter for a sell. So that's just my bias, because I know what I made money with it on Friday with NFP. I sold it all the way down, and then I took it up for about 20 pips on Friday. NFP, I scalped it, but
NFP
because it hasn't closed below the low on Friday. So once it closes below that number, then I'll enter for sure.
But Alan, are you still here?
No, he's not on the call. Oh yeah, he's in. He's on there.
Alan,
We don't have the mic up though.
give it a sec.
I swear I've been looking at all pairs today. And
It didn't move, man.
it's like I don't see.
The pairs didn't move.
I have not.
I caught some movement with you, Jay. I made some money, quick money, and then it decided to go all the way up, and it stopped on high right around 108.90, and then I just got in then, but I really didn't, I made a few dollars here and there, but it's Monday, I didn't expect nothing too crazy.
The SPX 500 is still playing too.
Yeah. The biggest move everybody was in what? Bitcoin? Was it up 700 pips?
Think about 300 today, I think.
Yeah. Between yesterday and today, 700 pips.
Man, this is gonna dump off soon. Well, I wonder when this is gonna happen.
It's dumping right now. I'm negative 14 now.
Man, in order for you to get out like this here, you need money to get on this trade here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like if you cut the entry up here to here, ooh.
Yeah, but you know what? People make money. Yo, man, I see people making money on 0.1s. It's got to be Hugo's way, right?
Yeah, it's Hugo's way.
It's got to be Hugo ones on 0.1s, and they're catching like 500 pips and making like $200. This is their demo account, but I see only 0.1s and 0.2s and 0.3s, But I'm not getting in it yet. Like I said, I'm looking.
The highest I've done on US 30 was a 0.10, and I was like, oh, I was scared.
Yeah, it's a different animal when you change a different lot size. Mm-hmm. But on a 0.1, a 0.01, 500 pips, you make some money, but you gotta hold it.
Big time.
All about patience.
Yeah, it's patience for sure.
That's the thing about smaller lot sizes. You gotta hold them for a longer time.
Yeah. But I showed somebody today. I had a $35 account, a $30 account I was playing with, and I grew it up to about $50 already in New York session. So I made $20. I'm not at. It's $20. But that's what you do. If you compound that every day and you make $5 to $10, in a week, that $100 account became what? $125. Do that 4 times in a month. That's a nice $200 account. Then you start with $200 a net. People understand you gotta take 5%. Take 5%. ROI. Take your 5%, take your 5%, and you compound it and compound it and compound it, you know, and you become confident, and you're like, okay. And it's discipline. It's tough. A lot of people don't have discipline, man. It's discipline. It's discipline. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, you gotta watch. I think that's what people say about it takes time to trade because you gotta watch the graphs and get used to the movements and after like after you've watched the movement for a while, you kind of like know.
Yeah, the pattern reverses itself. Okay, it stopped hunted. Now what's it going to do? He sees it. Oh, it's going to do a retracement back to the 382.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know you can buy that. You know, people don't. Oh, I can't buy. Yeah, you can buy that back, but you got to watch it. You know, you can buy a retracement back. You know, you were in the sell, and then all of a sudden, okay, it's going to pull back. You can buy that retracement. You know, 5 cents. You know, at 0.05 for 10 pips. That's good money. You know, it's not the best, but you work what you got. You know, don't over leverage. Don't kill yourself. You know, people are scared to buy retracements. I buy them all the time. You know, that's what it's there for.
Yeah. The one thing I hate about retracement sometimes is like sometimes they'll do a small retracement and it'll go
Sure.
up
And it's
then
going to come back and retest. It's going to come back and retest, but you hold it because you know it's got to come back. You know, that's the sad part. People jump out like, oh shit, it's coming back the other way. It's going to come and retest the same area at least twice before it makes the next move, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes, like, let me see. Let me find one right here real quick. Okay, right there where, who's this? Who's screen sharing right here? Who's screen sharing right now?
Alan's screen sharing.
All right. So on the thing right before it, what can I say? Around October. Okay, let's say September and all the way to November, right there right there. Like, you see how it went all the way up, and then like it went down, and then it went up again.
Yeah, but that's okay. He's looking at a daily chart. You got to go to a smaller time frame, my man. He's looking at the daily chart. Tell him to change the chart because the daily chart. Okay.
No, I'm just saying an example, like with wicks in general.
Okay.
Like it'll go down and do a small retracement, and it'll go up, and then it'll go down, and it'll go lower than the last retracement, and then you understand me?
Yeah, I understand you. But yeah, each candle is a day candle. You know what I'm saying? So those are large candles with multiple pips in those candles. So if you really want to see, the proper way of doing it, you have to do it off of like a 10-minute or a 15-minute chart or a 5-minute chart to see every 5 minutes a candle moves. You know, on a retracement, I would say on a retracement off of after it just finished, you know, going long or going short, and now it's going to buy back as a retracement, you're going to get at least 10 candles. Okay? So even if you buy 8 of them back, you got some profit. You know what I'm saying? He'll show it to you if he does it that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which pair he's looking at. But if you look at a pullback or a retracement, you're going to get at least 10 to 12 candles. And if you buy 8 or 9 of those, you know.
Yo, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, I was listening in right now. So what? I heard his question and I had a really good answer for it.
He'll explain it to you. He'll give you a candle. He'll give you the question.
What was your question, buddy?
Oh, no, I was just saying that sometimes it'll do a retracement. All right, let's say we went up, right? We went up, and then it went down, like maybe about a little below 15 pips. Then it went back up a little higher than what it normally does, and then the last high, and then it goes down way back to touch like a bigger retracement on a bigger time frame. I don't know if you understand.
I see what you're saying, bro. So here's what you gotta understand. Then look, ¿sabes español?
Yeah.
Mira, this is how you gotta think of it, bro. Every single time frame, there's a money movement, right? like even on the minute, you see like how a bar moves in a minute. It duplicates everything like on the biggest, even on the biggest time frame. On the minute chart, there's 61.8 retracements. There's 61.8 retracements in every time frame. But here's what you gotta understand, right? Your time, this 2 minutes is worth
What I kind of want to
3
know is
pips.
how do you know when it's a real retracement, like when it's a big retracement? Because they'll do small
So,
retracements all the time.
right.
But
So this
when will you
this
know
is what you
it's
do.
gonna be a big retracement all the way
So
back
this is what
down?
you do. You always start
To
in the
re-
biggest time frame. You always start in the biggest time frame. To see the biggest picture, like to understand how the economy has been moving and all kinds of things, you got to look at the bigger picture. So this is the Euro AUD, right? This is the Euro AUD. So that means
the
that this is
Euro
one
Australian dollar.
euro. Yeah. So that means that let's just look at the highest it's ever been. 1 euro was 2 Australian dollars at one point, back in 09. And then ever since then, the Aussie dollar has been just winning against the euro, just constantly, month after month. And now recently, you know, since the Aussie dollar moves with the U.S. dollar, right? So just like the NZD dollar moves with the U.S. dollar, you know, this is showing the strength of the U.S. dollar in the 2010 and the 2012, because the Euro USD chart will look similar to this, right? So it's just basically understanding what's called fundamentals. Like fundamentals just means the big picture is the correct answer, right? Everything else is just looking at temporary things. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, like the other ones, they're
that's how I think
just
about it.
little scalp trades, I guess we could say.
Yeah, smaller time frames are basically for the smaller the time frame, the less money. So essentially, the more time there is, the more money there is. Because imagine this: there's probably some rich fuck who got really rich off selling off this. You know, he had so many euros that he bought, and he just sold all his euros for Australian dollars, right? And ever since then, he's just been gaining money. You know, so you got to just, you know, like I said, you go on the minute chart, you measure one candle, and that candle ends up being like 3 pips, right? So it really just depends what you're going for. You want to catch 3 pips, or you want to catch 300? You want to catch 3 pips, or you want to catch 3,000?
Just hit auto.
You got to be more patient. You got to have more to risk.
Are y'all are y'all good with fake breakouts?
Yeah, I mean, like you could tell fake outs by like if what the bigger move is doing. You know, like for example, you got
Because
fake outs
I
right
saw
here.
this thing I saw right now. Well, keep going.
You
Doing
got fake outs right here. Like fake outs are just like, so you know how when they say corrective, so what does a correction mean? Like think about a correction. Like, oh, why would you have to correct something? It means that something was done incorrectly, right? So when you look at a correction, it basically just means that the correction is the real move that it was going to, right? And the reversal was kind of like the panic or the immediate move that wasn't really supposed to happen, but it happened anyway. You know, the impulse. When
Yeah, you
something's
see that
impulse,
right
it
there
just happens
by
out
where
of
you
nowhere.
got by where you had your yeah, where you had your thing. You see how like on a smaller time frame, people would probably be right there like, oh man, it's about to be a sell.
Yeah, that wick was a good example. I was about to show you, buddy. Damn, where the hell was it? It's just, I mean, they're everywhere, bro. Like they're really everywhere. So okay, let me just show you this. So looking at the 4 hour chart, the way this move ended, so this, just imagine that there's not a gap here. Ignore the gap. We're looking at this candle, right? You see how there's a big line above it? That means that there was a fake out on the smaller time frame. So it's really about the time frame you look at it, you know? Like if you look at it and on the smaller time frame, you know, the candles are instant, is because the price went up really high on that hour, but before that hour ended, the price had dropped so quick. You know, those are your fake outs. Those are your, you know, your liquidity grabs. You know what I mean? Like, look at this candle. This, so, you know, price was here, right? It dropped, and then an hour later, it wanted to go back up to that point, but really it just sold off again. So it faked everybody out, right?
Yeah.
So it's just shit like that. But on the 30-minute, you know, hopefully I don't fucking lose it this time. Oh, that happened pretty quick. So that must have been some news. Look, this is the 15-minute chart.
Sheesh.
So that means that price jumped that fast in less than 15 minutes. So
yeah,
this is probably what news. This is what news
you know how
does.
Steven says, like he'll sometimes be looking for a price to go a little below the, you know, a little above or a little below a certain, like he'll
Well, yeah,
want the
okay,
price
so
to be a little lower than the last higher high or higher low or whatever, and then that will decide what trade he will take.
Right. Look, you're making it too complicated, bro. Look, all you gotta do is look. The trend is your friend, right? If this is going down, you know, like why would you buy it? Like, yeah, it is cheap, but how long do you know that it's gonna keep going down? So, you know, say you're looking at this. Imagine this is how the chart was, right? You'd be like, what the fuck? This thing is dropped heavy as shit. Like, damn, when do you ever gonna buy it? Should I buy it now? You know, and you just gotta wait. So you wait another hour, and then that candle pops up. And it's just like, oh, okay, it looks like it's going up, and then the candles just kind of start building. They start accumulating, like they get itself together again. Price, the movement grabs together, and then boom, it just starts shooting up. And then when it shoots up, it'll tell you if it's fake or not. So since this has been going down, it's done.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Right. Okay, so look at it this way. So imagine. So this is gonna answer your question. Imagine prices right here, right now. Like, oh shit! Like, damn, we bought right here. We're up. How do we know it's gonna keep going up? Well, has it ever keep going up? Look at the bigger time frame. It's just been doing the same thing, buying people and selling. The loser, the winner, loser, winner, loser, winner, loser, winner, loser, winner. You just gotta look, we're the losers, we're the winners, and that's it. You know. So these people bought, but then it sold off, so it went against them. So why would I would just keep selling this, right? I would just, anytime it buys up, you're looking for sells. So in this market, you don't look for buys, you look for sells, right? Now, when you start noticing that it's like going up and it's been uptrending, that's when you start buying, you know.
Also, can you also look out for like the spring in the Wyckoff theory to see which direction it's going?
Yeah, I mean, I think spring is like, that's something a little something a little out there. What you want to point out a spring here?
Even right here. Let me see if I can annotate on the screen. Fine. So you got this level right here, and then I could see this being the spring itself when it broke below it, kind of to test this zone again, and that's where we're in that.
Right. So okay. Can you leave that? Look at that.
Let me see if I can undo it.
Control Z. There you go. So look at this, bro. There's a thing called Wyckoff, right? And Wyckoff it's just some fancy name to say a pattern that happens very frequently, right? So this is on the daily frame, right? That means that each bar is 24 fucking hours. And for us, the market, a new daily candle will pop up at, where do you live, bro?
Who, me?
Yeah, no,
Connecticut.
I'm looking.
Yeah, lemon pepper. Where do you live?
I live in Mexico.
You live in Mexico? Okay. So you're Central Time, right?
Yeah.
I'm still with y'all.
Okay. So at 4 p.m. Central, right? Uh, the candle is gonna close and it's gonna open a new one. So like, say this is the last candle that we're on right now. Say this was today, right?
Yeah.
At 4 p.m. tomorrow, technically, because it's nighttime right now. 4 p.m. tomorrow, a new candle will pop up. So this candle still has room to move. If it drops in the next hour, this thing is gonna be down here, right? If it drops dramatically, it's gonna be down here. It's gonna be one big candle, right? Because it can drop that much in a day, you know. But if it drops a little bit, you know, it's not gonna drop that much, right? But my point is that you gotta just look at what it's been doing each day, right? And so, the way this schematic is pointed out.
I kind of don't understand that part that you said right now. Can you repeat it?
So okay.
The part about the wick going lower on the one over there, the 4 o'clock one. You said if it went lower, a little lower by tomorrow, by us.
Right. Okay, yeah, right. So basically, the way daily candles work, as soon as 4 p.m. hits, the new candle will open. So depending on how the new candle opens, that's how you can kind of tell what the market's going to do next, you know, because you have to see where it closes. Sometimes the price may not stay there that long, you know.
Mhm.
So because if it's very out of nowhere, then it chances are it's not going to stay there. So look, when people were buying here and buying for so many days, and all of a sudden they drove the price up so high, but that same day it just dropped. Like it was the price closed lower than the previous, so it was a red candle day, even though the wick is up here. You know what I mean? So it was like a fake out. The next day it was lower. You know what I mean?
Well, let me do that.
All right. So then, what does that help determine?
If you look at this right here, also, you see the wick off schematic for distribution happening.
So would that help determine that it's gonna keep going up, or does that give you a sign that it's gonna start going down?
That's giving a sign that's gonna drop right there. Because if you look at it, if there's equal high, so there's this one, and then you got this area, right? Most of the liquidity area is up here. Everyone that's gonna, when it comes up here, the average retail trader would sell it, right? They short it. When it comes to a resistance, they're gonna assume it's gonna drop, right? So all the stop losses are up here, right? Most people would put their stop losses up here. The banks are gonna push it a little bit higher so they can close out everyone's orders so that they have full force to make that big move they want to do downward. And that big move happens.
To make that big move.
Exactly. You get that?
Oh, big move down. Okay.
Equal highs or equal lows to kind of see when it breaks that, you know it's gonna go the opposite direction right away usually. So that's a good way to see direction on my perspective.
Yeah, once it breaks that 1.558, they'll keep going down. They'll start going down.
1.58. So what I do is usually like for those types of trades, if I see something like this, so I don't know if all you guys know the pew strategy, but I usually go with this. If this is the FU candle, I would, that's not the right one. If this red one right here is the FU candle, I put in that as a future buy limit, because if it comes down here, it's gonna probably turn around usually around that area. So that's like a future trade you can always have pending for a long term. And usually, you look at
if it goes lower than that right there, then the 1.5800, well, where you have that second line, the one that you just erased, if it goes lower than that, would you start placing sales towards the 1 point, let's say
I wouldn't.
5.6?
I wouldn't.
No.
I would stay with the buy limit because buy limit requires it to go down. It has to do a dip before it goes up, right? So if it keeps going down, you never got entered in. The trade kept dropping. So you never lost money. If anything, worst case scenario, the trade just happened and you just never got in. You never lost anything. You never made anything. So that's better than losing at the end of the day. And usually if it drops, it's going to go down to a previous level area where there's a liquidity zone where most people's stop losses are. It's going to try to come down to there, close more people off before it turns around. So, I mean,
before it goes back up, before
exactly.
it goes into that trend.
If
Okay.
it really does go down, it's going to keep going down until it turns around again. It's going to have to enter you back in around that area anyways. So that's how I see it. Is anyone else sharing charts, or should I share mine?
It's up to y'all. It's still recording.
I could share some charts, or I could continue answering any questions if anyone has anything. Yeah, yo, Jesus, you saw my text?
Yeah.
Dude, that's hilarious. Cross recruiting.
Yeah, I'm that type to like be like, all right, so see, like right there, once it hit that 26760, I would have been selling all the way to maybe about, in my head, I would have been selling all the way to about 26640.
66.
Yeah, from right there, I would have been like, all right, it's a sell, and I would have been going all the way to 26640.
I could see this being area because if you look at it, you got equal lows right here, that area, right? So if you think about it, boom, here, right across, we got this area. You're basically waiting for it to break this zone. So usually, I mean, if we really go back, yeah, this could be like one of the lower areas. So if you think about it, the average stop losses are going to be around here, here, here. All of these are stop loss areas for previous members, right? Most likely, I could see this being a stop
For
loss.
previous buyers.
Yep, previous.
Yeah.
Even if you think about it, any stop losses they have could also mean sell stops for some people. You know, some people are entering in as a trade for a sell stop here. So what are the banks gonna do when they come into this area? I think personally, where I just marked up right here, this area. That's the one thing I hate about TradingView. This area right here could be the whole area where it could come down to. So usually, worst case scenario, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't mind putting my buy entry around here. I'd say I would put a buy limit around here, if anything, and expect that to be the zone where it's going to turn around. If anything, if it doesn't come down to there, it's whatever you missed. This like not like you lost much. You know, at the end of the day. Let me see.
So you do see it coming down to those levels, right? Within
I
a
can
couple.
see it coming down. But the thing is, it's gonna keep going. It's gonna try to hit these stop losses before it shoots up. So it could technically even turn around here too. Like anywhere between this area is where it's gonna turn around. I think personally, this whole area. This is the liquidity zone where most people, even like a little bit lower too, if anything. Okay, unlock it.
Hey, do y'all only trade opening times and closing times, or do y'all trade when there's like computer times too? Whenever we're trading against the bots.
Actually, whenever I want.
I trade whenever.
I
I don't look for anything, honestly.
got permission. As
And
far
most
as
people say it's better when the people are actually working than the bots. You know, everybody's doing their 9 to 5, and that's when you want to get in. The real opening times all the way to the closing.
I mean, wouldn't you see more institutional moves during that time?
basically,
Yeah, that's when the market goes has more volatility, no?
Yeah. I found this. This is a solid trade idea right here. Look at it.
Big time volatility.
We got equal highs multiple times. This could be the FU candle right here. And
Why I call it F candle?
Because basically it says fuck you and kicks you out your trade.
basically. So this area, this is exactly where I would put a sell limit around. So I could expect it to come up a little bit up to here, and then it'll do that dip that I just did here. It could be a long dip. I didn't really look at long dip, but it could do something like this, honestly. It could come up to here and then break all the way down, maybe even here. I don't know. It's still, I don't know how many pips that is.
See, I'm trying to get like that. I'm trying to know when it'll go up and how much back down it'll go.
So
You know,
I'm really good at finding what one?
You gotta watch Jordan Morgan.
Jordan Morgan is nice. I literally watched him a few times, and I'm already doing pretty solid with the strategy, to be honest.
Jordan Morgan.
He's a beast at that stuff.
He's on IML TV.
Yep. I mean, I can even show you a previous example of this where it actually happened.
He's not on YouTube.
Nah, hold on.
I don't know.
I gotta catch him on TV.
IML
On,
TV.
on IML
He's got
TV.
recorded. He's got recorded sessions.
Yeah, no. So what you want to do is go to the crypto section, then go to Jordan Morgan and Zach Hogan, and literally you're gonna see that one big video. Underneath it, it says favorite videos.
I'm not in IML yet.
It says key
I barely
ideas.
started. I barely got my account this week, so I'm trying to flip the account so I could join this week.
Oh shit. Well, I'm showing you some of this material right now, so here's some nuggets for the moment. This is an example of a failed one, right? Even if it failed, guess what? It's not like you lost anything. Look at it right here. If this was the FU candle right here, right? You assume, and you put in a sell limit around here. Guess what? You never got in because it kept going up. It never came down. So you were pretty much stayed out of that trade, right? So that's a failing one. But let's look at something that worked. So I want something that's like really clean so you guys can really see exactly what these are saying. Oh, even right here. Or not. I don't know. You know any good examples, Jesus, at the moment?
EJ.
EJ has one? I see pairs. I just don't see really clean ones. That's the thing. EJ.
Right. I mean, that's what I've been struggling with. That's probably why I've been struggling. I'm just like, man, right now nothing's moving. Like all players are consolidating or they're just like ranging.
This is a clean example right here. So, well, no, I see one right here. This whole thing. So, you got equal highs.
Are they?
What? All right. This one and this one. You got two, and then the black candle right here. You got a couple of them, right? Now, it's very close, I guess. It's a little off, but it's not like anything crazy. So you got equal highs right here. Now, guess what happened? This one broke that structure. That black candle right here is called the FU candle because it really hit all stop losses right there, right? What do? You put a sell limit right at the base of the candle, of the body, right? And guess what happened? Whoa, I didn't mean to do that.
We made bank. That's what we did.
Yeah. Well, right here, think about it. That is a wick entry right at that point, if you think about it. You literally got in on this specific dot right here. Actually, you know what? Let me use the proper emoji for this. I can't disrespect him like that. I gotta put this one. Right here.
Yeah, I'm trying to build my confidence for the trade.
So if you think about it, you ride this down to the previous area, and this could be. So you could pretty much.
Bro, that's a nice ass entry.
Nice ass entry, right? And if you think about it, even if you wrote it down to here, that's still profits, and you know it's going down, and it ended up going down pretty low. Think about it. But I'm not good at like when it comes to like I guess TPs, but I'm good. I guess I'm pretty solid at when it comes to entries in a sense.
See, this is the perfect example of what I was just asking a while ago. See how it went up right there on the yeah, right, no, back,
That black one?
from previous, yeah, that slope that goes all the way. Oh crap.
Wait. Okay. Zoom in or zoom out?
Right there, we had that first touch on the Eagle High.
Oh, right here. What about him? Did he mute himself?
Probably.
The common occurrence on TradingView, or not TradingView, Zoom. His mic is off, I think.
I'm tripping. I gotta take a nap. I have to be up at 2.
Yeah, I gotta wake up for that trading call that y'all running up, I guess. Let me look at the chat to see what it was. I'll do at 12:15.
I guess he's off. Well, I guess we can wrap it up tonight.
But yeah, that's a perfect example of a wick entry, though, which is nice. Now, quick question.